Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. They believe they can run right here. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He fires it out to the right. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw it again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
He breaks a tackle. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Coming after him. He'll take another shot here. It's complete. A huge pickup. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown Longhorn! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. PAT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Stanford managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one, and they'll savor this one in Palo Alto for some time, no matter the final score. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup, the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's caught downfield. Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. First down to start the drive after the break. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. They want to just keep throwing it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back goes in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Discards a man. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Seminole. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on second down. Using the quick game. Makes a catch and knocked down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, but it's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Minnesota looked less like a pack of Gophers and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Huntington Bank Stadium. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their deep. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it at the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. Saw a great example of it right there.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, no! Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop, beg for one, please.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Let's it fly. On target to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you...
It's complete! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! He'll try to tack on one more.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to him. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught close to the marker. It's Davis. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Jackson gonna throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, he wants it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the 2nd half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Oh, they knock it free. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. Looking down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And the Longhorns get it past the sticks.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Caught behind the line. It's Clark. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Texas fine in fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Jackson going to throw it. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Noles will hustle to the line.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're trying to get to him. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give and tick, 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 tick. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminole.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
After misfiring, it's second down. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A first down for the offense. The snap sets up the throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the defense able to corral him out of bounds and stop him at the 2. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Longhorn! And the route is on.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. If you're the coach,